someone had told me when we were crossing this bridge that one day I will be back here introducing the first African-American president, I would have said, you're crazy, you're out of your mind, you don't know what to talk about. President Barack Obama.
Congressman John Lewis can now check that impossibility off his list. Thousands here in Selma watched Saturday afternoon as the presidential motorcade arrived, this time escorting the nation's first African-American president over the Edmund Pettus Bridge to a welcoming crowd. An audience sprinkled with dozens of foot soldiers who nearly lost their lives 5 decades ago on that very same bridge, many of them calling this day a big victory.
And that's what we celebrate here in Selma. That's what this movement was all about. One leg in our long journey toward freedom. And the change these men and women wrought is visible here today in the presence of African Americans who run boardrooms, who sit on the bench, who serve in elected office from small towns to big cities, from the Congressional Black Caucus all the way to the Oval Office.
The president acknowledging there is still more work to be done. However, he told the crowd to celebrate the enormous amount of change that has taken place.
If you think nothing's changed in the past 50 years, ask somebody who lived through the Selma or Chicago or Los Angeles of the 1950s.
Even at one point, sounding like a young Baptist minister, preaching about the importance of voting.
50 years ago, registering to vote here in Selma and much of the South meant guessing the number of jelly beans in a jar, the number of bubbles on a bar of soap. It meant risking your dignity and sometimes your life. What's our excuse today for not voting? How do we so casually discard the right for which so many fought?